Hi, this is Jeff with Radical Honesty, and I'm on a new theme of greed and money. We're going to look at it through various passages of Scripture. The very first one I want to read is found in the book of Colossians, chapter 3, verse 5. It goes like this: Put to death, therefore, what is earthly in you, sexual immorality, purity, passion, evil desire, and covetousness, which is idolatry. Now, what's very interesting, there's a whole list of things that believers need to change. Also, is interesting is that Paul is writing to people and he understands that these followers of Jesus still have this in them, and we need to kind of slowly put these things away in our walk with God. I want to focus on the final one, where the Apostle Paul says, and put away covetousness, which is another way of saying greed, because it's the closest thing to idolatry. Which is idolatry? Now, in the Old Testament, idolatry was different than what Paul was saying. Idolatry is bowing down to some, wooden idol, porcelain idol. I'm Chinese descent. We had our porcelain idols that we bowed down to, okay, in our sort of heritage. But what's interesting is the Apostle Paul, and then also John in the book of Revelation, is then moves this concept of idolatry from some sort of like a created figurine, to money, greed, finance, seen in the book of the Revelation, that which will be destroyed by Jesus Christ at his return, but also seen by the Apostle Paul here in Colossians 3, verse 5. Idolatry, not in terms of bowing down to a false god, but bowing down to money. Now, what's very, very interesting is that it's not just like, you're there and you got, picture of a dollar bill, and you're lighting candles to this. Idolatry in terms of greed is very interesting. It's letting money control how you operate and how you make decisions in this world. And you know what? I think in America, and I love this country, okay? I love the freedom. I love the fact that we have opportunity here. But based upon Colossians 3, 5, it appears that America is one of the most idolatrous nations in this world, even with this high percentage of, Christians in this place, Doesn't matter. This idolatrous place, okay? Because one of the foundations that sort of undergirds America is the ability to make money and to innovate. It's almost our inalienable right, okay? And we as believers, money is good, okay? You don't want to be poor, but you don't want to bow down to it and make all your decisions based upon the Benjamin, okay? You got to fight it. And in this series, we're going to figure out exactly how idolatry in terms of greed slips into our lives, and how as believers we need to sort of like reformat our brains, to use money as an instrument to do the purpose of God rather than to use it for an instrument for myself and to self-gain. So this is going to be a short first introductory sort of mini sermon on idolatry and money. But I want you to think, do you feel more anxious? Do you feel more driven by money? Even as a believer and a follower of Jesus Christ, that causes you much anxiety. And if it does, then this series is for you, to put Jesus as the Lord of our lives and the Lord of our finances and our paychecks.